Good morning, everybody. I hope that you had a phenomenal weekend. I absolutely did. It was great. What we are going to be doing today is I'm going to mix it up a little with my Guns for Girls. We are going to do the slow burn edition. So what that means is we are going to do reps first, and then we're going to do a 30-second hold. And what that does is really you're going to put your muscles under tension for an increased amount of time with that hold. And that can really help with definition, with strength, all that. So we're going to do 20 minutes of Guns for Girls. Then we're going to move over and do abs because we just should do abs. We did them a little bit on Saturday, which was great. But you really can't do too many abs. I mean, you can actually. But unless you work them like a crazy amount, it's fine. This needs to change a little bit. Hold on. Sorry. I'm a little high with my YouTube shot. Yeah. Yesterday, we went to see the Leonardo DiCaprio Brad Pitt movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And it was not your basic Quentin Tarantino initially, and then at the end, it was so Quentin Tarantino. It was very entertaining. Good morning, Trevor. Elbow up in the air, pulled down into the back. So that was fun, and it was so hot during the afternoon. And after being all day in that heat on Saturday, we were like, no, not going to happen. We are not going to be out in the heat in the middle of the day. Okay, give yourself some hugs, and we are going to get started. Use excellent form. This is your power. Keep it tight through every single exercise. If you've had any injuries, surgeries, anything like that, consult your doctor or your physical therapist before doing these or any other workouts. So the first one that we are going to do is a plank with a reach up and around. So what I want you to do is get in a plank position. Your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. I'm going to want your feet a little bit wide because if you were staying in a perfect plank, I'd have your feet together. I want your feet about a foot wide. So you're going to reach up, you're going to squeeze, you're going to feel this in your tricep, and then you're going to bring it down to your leg, back up, down to your leg. We're going to do that 15 times, and then we're going to rest, and then we're going to do a hold where you squeeze up and to the back to really burn up those triceps. I only have 5 pounds. This is my arm. My elbow is feeling a little bit better, so I'm not going to push it. You guys absolutely should use a weight. You can go light. I would say like 3 to 5 pounds. You can barely hear me? Trevor, can you hear me? I feel like I'm talking loud enough, so I can certainly move a little bit closer. But if anybody else is watching, please let me know because I definitely want you to be able to hear me. Sometimes Facebook can be a little bit weird with the volume. So let me see. Yeah, so let's wait a couple seconds and see if anybody else can hear me until I get some reports back. Okay, let's do this, all right? So again, you should be using a 3, 4, 5, something like that. Okay, we're gonna do 15 of these. Reach up, squeeze that tricep down. You should absolutely be feeling this in your tricep. Take a break if you need to. Okay, let's take a little break before we do our hold. Oh, the birds. Jeez Louise. All right, let me pull up a little closer, and I'll try to talk a little bit louder too, okay? So let me tilt you down. I don't have the most sophisticated setup here, and especially because I travel so much, I don't really have like, the most proper recording equipment. So homespun, that's what I always tell you guys. All right, so now we're going to do our hold. When you reach behind you, you want to squeeze those triceps really hard. 30 seconds. Breathe through it. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. You need a break, take it, but you squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as hard as you can. This is a great total body exercise. Kicking my butt, but my tricep is on fire right now, and that is what we want. 2, 1, done. So listen, we have another side of that to do. You have got this. What I'm going to tell you is that if in this next one, you don't feel like you can hold that plank again, go at your own pace. Do what you can. Hold the plank up, arm up and around to work that tricep because you want to work them both equally. So stretch them both out before we get started. You can totally do this though, I promise. Okay, like I said, you take those breaks when you need to. There's never any shame in that. Okay, your hands directly underneath your shoulder. Your feet are about a foot apart, up. Squeeze that tricep when you go down. Squeeze it in front, sweep it. Like I said, if you can't do all 15 of these, you do your best. You'll know if you're pushing yourself. 3, 2, 1. We are going to rest for a second. I hope that you can hear me better. I'm trying to talk a little bit louder. Who knew the birds were going to be so loud this morning? You guys ready? We can totally do this. Totally, totally, totally. 30-second hold. Remember, you don't want to go too heavy. Squeeze back behind you. That tricep should be so tight. Your hand is directly underneath your shoulder. If it starts to lock up, come down on both hands for a second. Bring it back up. Squeeze. Let it lock up on you. Who cares? You got this. You squeeze it. If you need to, bend it a little. Get it back. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Done. You have to understand, your muscles are going to rebel sometimes against what you're doing to them. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Did I miss anything? Okay, Melissa, hopefully you're hearing me better now since I moved closer and I'm talking louder. All right. Next one. Okay. Love this one. We are going to do a bi, shoulder, and tri blast. So you're going to stand feet hip width apart, core tight. Put you up a little. And you are going to raise the weights to your shoulder. Do a bicep curl. Straighten, lift, and then lower behind you and up. Okay, so it's a really good motion. You can use weights. Use extremely light weights, please. I'm not going to use any. So we're going to do, how many do I have of those? We are going to do 15 of those, and then you're going to do a hold, and I'll show you what the hold is later. Okay, so feet hip width apart. I always have a little bend in my knees. Your whole core is tight, and your core is this whole entire area. So it includes your back, your glutes, and your abs. Okay, so center of your power, keep it tight. Your palms are facing out. Raise, squeeze those biceps to curl in. Straighten again, raise above your head, and you want to lower the weights between your shoulder blades. Do it again. We're doing 15. If I had my lighter weights, I would do those. I'm trying to take real care with this elbow and finally get it fixed. I am considering signing up with my boyfriend and maybe even the kids to do like a Spartan race or a Tough Mudder or something like that. But I can't do that until I get my elbow 100% fixed, because if not, I will probably damage it permanently. And I definitely do not want to do that. 4 more. You got this. Come on. We're working it all right here. We're burning up those shoulders. And I think we have one more, and then we're gonna do our hold. Okay, so we're not gonna do a tricep. We're not gonna burn up our triceps with this hold. We're gonna burn up our biceps. So I want your arms straight, and you're gonna come right up to here. And at this position, you have to squeeze them so hard. Make them work, make them burn. $30 seconds. So this is your position, okay? So you hold it, your core is super tight, everything's tight. Through these holds, you want to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Come on, you can do this. Do not give up. You want the burn. You want that intense burn. That's why it's called the slow burn version, because we want that burn. 2, 1, done. Again, you have to train your muscles, but you also have to confuse them. If you do the same thing all the time, you do the same exercises all the time, you are not going to see that much of a change. I know people who legitimately spend hundreds of dollars every month working out, whether it's spending, $35 a class on spinning, on, oh my gosh, you name it, spinning, yoga, Pilates, this, that, the other thing. And I work out for free in my living room, and I have gotten infinitely better results than them. And you have these people who do spinning all the time. That's all they do. That's all they do. And they have a really hard time with my workouts because they have no upper body strength and they have no core strength. Their legs are really strong. They can run upstairs all day long, go out for runs, that kind of thing. But the rest of them, they're like, how is it possible that I spent all this money and, I have the waddle, or, I'm trying to do your ab workout and I can't do it because I don't have core strength. So they work. I know they work because I've been doing it, and I am living proof. Okay, so the next we're going to do rainbows. We're going to burn up our shoulders right now. So you're going to stand feet hip width apart, and you are going to sweep. 1 and 1 is 1. We are going to do 15. I only have 5-pound weights. I'm not going to do them. You should use 5s. I wouldn't go any heavier than that unless you have worked a lot on your shoulders and you have a lot of strength. So you want your feet maybe a little bit wider. Okay, squeeze those shoulders. Keep your arm as close to your body as you can while you arch. I tell people, pretend like you're painting rainbows in the sky. Come on, one more. We got it. And now I will show you what your hold is. I just want to make sure that I saw everybody's comments. Okay. All right, so now we have 2 different holds for this one, because one, you're going to reach across your body and you are going to squeeze that shoulder as hard as you can. And then we're going to do the other side. 30 seconds on each side. You should have a weight. Keep it light. And squeeze. And you want it about chest level. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze that shoulder. You're squeezing your entire core. And you are breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. You also are going to feel this in your tricep. Keep it close to your body. We're going to go right into the other side. Squeeze. Squeeze. If you start to tense up, which you might, or get a cramp from doing the planks before, squeeze, you just release it and go back into it. Squeeze as hard as you can. Keep it close to your body. 5 more seconds. 2, 1, done. Woo! Stretch it, stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. Crazy. All right. Next. I love this workout so much. I really do. Okay, so the next one, we are going to work our wrists. Because when I say guns for girls, we work it from our wrist all the way up to our shoulders. So we are going to do wrist flexions. So you're going to have your palms facing me, and I want you to squeeze up. So you see my arm when I squeeze up. All that's moving is my wrist. We're going to flip it over and lift up as high as we can too. I would recommend no heavier than 5-pound weights. If I had my lighter ones, I would, but I don't, so I'm not. And what I'm happy to see is because I've been doing lighter weights, for a couple months now. So the 1 and 1 is 1. So again, we're doing 15. 10 more. I'm grateful that I haven't lost any definition. I've still been using the light weights, even when I don't use any weights. I'm still really squeezing those muscles. And so my muscles are retaining the work that I've been doing, which is awesome. 5 more. All right, and I will show you the hold in a second. I thought I saw something pop up. All right, you guys ready for our hold? This is gonna be our hold. You're squeezing up, remember, the whole arm is tight, your whole core is tight, and you are going to kill it. Let's go. Squeeze as hard as you can. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Make those forearms burn like crazy. Do not forget you're breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Five more seconds. We can do it. 2, 1, done. Shake it out. Oh my gosh. Hi, Kathy. I'm glad you're here for the first time. Proud of you for showing up. Most people don't even show up for themselves. They show up for everybody else. Easy to show up for everybody else, but don't show up for themselves. Oh, Bonnie, I'm so glad. I really love it too. And I love that I am able to do this. I'm thankful that I'm able to get out of bed each morning. So that's what we focus on. Okay, so the next one that we are going to do is a shoulder press. So you keep your palms facing you. Okay, we're going to do this a little bit differently. Normally we just rotate up and come down. I want you to rotate up. I want you to lower to the side, come back up, then rotate down. So we're getting a little extra in there. And then obviously I'll show you the hold later. I am not going to use the 5 pounds. If we were just doing the press, I'd use the 5 pounds. We're 15 reps. Okay, so your hands are facing you. Squeeze your shoulders to go up, squeeze to lower, bring them, and then rotate them as you come back down. Do not release your core. You're going to want to do that as you're squeezing your shoulders really hard. They should be on fire right now. If they're not, your weights are not heavy enough. sometimes you start my workouts with say 2-pound dumbbells. And then you don't go out and buy the 5-pound dumbbells. You need to go out and buy the 5-pound dumbbells. Give yourself a couple of weeks, but use the next set of dumbbells as your reward. Or go get yourself a new workout bra or something like that. It's good to do those things. It's Puppy, don't knock over the camera. There's a whole driveway. Doggy walks like right next to the tripod, which is already teetering a little bit. Okay, so now we need to do our hold. This is our hold. Your shoulders are going to burn like crazy. I am going to pick these up, see how it feels. I can always drop them. 30 seconds. Okay, ignore that. You squeeze. Again, you should be holding weights. I felt that a tiny bit in my elbow, and it's just not worth it to me. So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Your feet are hip width apart. Your core is so tight. You are squeezing your shoulders so hard, and you're breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. You can totally do this. All right. We are moving on to abs. That's what that buzzer was. Because if I don't set a buzzer, I swear these workouts go so fast that if I don't set a buzzer, if I don't set a timer, I'll just keep going and think that we haven't done enough. We haven't spent as much time. So we will stretch after. I want to make sure that you guys, you know what, I have one standing exercise I'm going to do for abs, so we'll do that first. And then I'll lower the angle for getting down on the ground. Okay, so the first one we're gonna do, you're gonna pick up your weights, light weights, and you're gonna squeeze, squeeze. Get your knee as close as you can to your elbow. If you cannot get all the way, do not beat yourself up about that. We don't do that here. We don't beat ourselves up. You know why? Because again, we showed up, we got up, we're taking care of ourselves. So that is great. I do want you to push yourself. There's no point in showing up and just taking it easy on yourself. That does not mean that every workout's going to be a good workout. You're going to feel like crap some days. You're going to feel sluggish or unmotivated, but I promise you, even if you have a bad workout, you're still going to feel so much better afterwards. So drop the weights if you need to. Squeeze. We are working those obliques, which can be really crazy hard, difficult area to work. You got to focus on them. Oh, good job. Okay, so now I'm going to get down on the ground for the remainder of the exercises. So let me just lower my shot. I'll try to bring myself a tiny bit closer also to make it better for you guys. Okay, the next one that we are going to be doing, I used to do a boot camp class and they would call this the Visco. So your arms are above you, your feet are up off the ground. Okay, and this is what we do. We squeeze. Try to touch. If you cannot touch, don't worry about it. I just want you to squeeze as hard as you can, and don't hold your breath, which is harder than it sounds. Okay? Hi, Gyps. Gypsy, you do not smell very good, so I need to take you for a dog wash. I'll wash you with the hose. She needs to go to the vet, so. Hi. Baby. Oh my goodness. You've definitely been rolling in something gross. I like that she always sits out here and watches me. Maybe I don't want to kick you. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, come on. Squeeze. When you need a break, you take it. Do not hold your breath. Please. Woo. Squeeze. this, I promise. Take those breaks when you need to. There's no shame in that game. Let the burn subside and then keep going. We only have 3, 2, 1, done. Oh my gosh, good job. Okay, so the next one that we are going to do looks easy, but is super hard, and here's why. Because your feet are up, I want you to squeeze and drive those heels towards the ceiling. Now, here's what you're gonna wanna do. You're gonna wanna rock like that and use that momentum to get those heels up. And that is exactly the opposite of what I would like you to do. I want you to use your ab muscles to power those heels up. It is hard, it burns, but you can do it. But be honest with yourself when you're starting to devolve into a rocking motion. Squeeze. I exhale as I squeeze those heels up. Your hands can assist you a tiny bit, but not much. I was hoping we'd see some deer or turkeys today. They're always wandering around back here. The turkeys are huge and they fly. I was doing a workout one time. One of them flew. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Especially because they're so big. It's like a car flying. Come on, we got 10 more seconds. We do not let this beat us. We do not quit. We finished the minute. 2, 1, done. Oh, I swear, that one gets me every single time. Every single time. Never gets easier. And that's okay, because we're not here for easy, you know. But sometimes you get your butt kicked a little more than others. Okay, so the next one that we are going to be doing, you're going to hold a weight. You're going to lean back, and I want you to touch the weight on either side. Now, you might say, I don't need to use the weight. Yes, you do. You might say, I can't get it all the way to the floor, so I'm not even going to try. Yes, you can. And here's the trick that I will teach you. Don't worry about your speed. I care more about you reaching slowly. Even if you have to take a second and take a couple more breaths to squeeze just that tiny bit further. Then you go the other side. We're doing it for 1 minute. We're going to enjoy this minute. We're going to enjoy the burn. So again, I care more about you getting it down to the side. It can be the end that touches the side. If you're not using weight, keep those hands balled together, but you squeeze those abs as hard as you can, and you don't let them go. And you breathe through these, because that's what we do. We breathe. We don't hold our breath. If you want to go much faster, you certainly can do that. You might need the aid of like your kid holding your feet or tucking your feet under the couch until your core strength increases. You can do that. Come on. We have less than 10 seconds. In fact, we only have 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. I absolutely love that. And I know that sounds insane. I really do. I understand how insane that sounds. But you learn to love these things. When I started focusing on my abs, there are all these gigantic turkeys over here. They're so close. I swear I have to show you. I know that's crazy, but they're so big. Okay, so I'm really sorry. that I took you on a little field trip, but that always just blows me away. I'd only seen like one wild turkey ever in my life before I came down here. Okay, so the next one that we are going to be doing is we are going to be leaning back, squeezing to sit up. I think someone's saying hello to me. No, okay. So, you can hold the weight. Let's do it. Again, you might need to tuck your feet. If you do, that's fine. So I want you to lean back as far as you can, squeeze to get up. As low as you can. So for me, I'm all the way back here, squeeze. So again, that's why you might need to tuck your feet if you're still working on your core strength. Overall, we should always be working on our core strength. But if you're just starting out, give yourself some grace, people. Again, you're here, you're showing up. You gotta work on it. My core is so much stronger. And I'm telling you, I used to do all kinds of stuff, run like a crazy person. I was so weak. My legs weren't even that strong, even though I ran all the time. My legs are so much stronger now. I can go out and run and feel really great. I just don't like it. I do it every once in a blue moon. 3, 2, 1, done. How are we doing on time? Oh my gosh, we're doing great. We have about 20 seconds left. We are going to do basic crunches. People do them wrong all the time. Your hands are lightly behind your head. Squeeze your abs to raise up, face towards the sky. Hold for a couple beats at the top. Do not pull your head so that your head is going towards your legs. No bueno. So bad, so wrong. Your hands are lightly back there. You can remove them and still do the same move. Okay, sorry people. I'm going to torture you for 1 second longer because you are going to hold that crunch for 30 seconds. Squeeze those abs as hard as you can. Do not hold your breath. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Again, you're not pulling on your head. You are squeezing. You are feeling that intense burn. We have 5 more seconds. Don't give up. Don't give up. Squeeze. Squeeze as hard as you can. Stretch yourself as long as you can. Get those hands and feet as far away from each other as they can go. Now, we're going to stretch our arms out. I'm going to back up a little bit. Squeeze. Wrap that arm around. Stretch that shoulder out. My YouTube camera's a mess. I'm sorry, people. Sorry if you're on there. Put your elbow down, your hands goes behind you, between your shoulder blades. Stretch that tricep. Now you want to stretch out those biceps and those forearms. Give yourself some hugs. We are done. I'm so, so happy that you guys came to join me. Oh, Linda, I'm so glad. It feels so good to do this. I am telling you, my outlook on life, the way I sleep, the way I am, the way I function, my energy level, my spiritual life, it's all 1,000 times better when I am taking care of myself in this way. So I am living proof, people, and I started this Visco Fit, and literally 2 weeks later, my dad died out of the blue. Not planned, not sick, and it was literally one of the worst times of my whole life, hands down, like nothing else has even come close. And I believe that without taking care of myself, without doing these workouts, I think I would have had a nervous breakdown because there were other things going on too. And I was separating from my husband, and it was just an absolutely brutal, horrible time that I wouldn't wish on anybody. So exercising can change the way you handle some of the worst things in your life. So I am always here for support, motivation, whatever you need. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, Kathy, I'm so glad you found me too. Trevor, thank you for joining as always. I will be on tomorrow. Tomorrow is leg day, and we are going to kick our own butts tomorrow. I don't know which leg workout I'm going to do, but it'll be a good one. Maybe I'll even do something new for you guys tonight. Have a wonderful day. Okay? Bye.